Coming up today on Fox 24 News Now, the impact of the Affordable Connectivity Program's end and how Lowcountry leaders plan to keep our communities connected. Plus, they're revolutionizing how we get our greens, one shipping container at a time. And Joe Odo joins us to discuss his campaign for the 6th Congressional District. That's all next. Funding has now expired for the federal government's Affordable Connectivity Program, also known as the ACP, leaving thousands of households in the Tri-County area facing the imminent loss of essential internet service benefits. Joining us to discuss the impact of the program's expiration and the efforts being made to ensure all residents remain connected is North Charleston City Mayor Reggie Burgess. Mayor Burgess, thank you so much for joining us today. And can you explain the significance of this program and how it directly benefited the citizens of North Charleston?
Well, the city of North Charleston, we have a lot of schools in the city of North Charleston. And as you mentioned, the Tri-County area is about 35,000 people without it. But the city of North Charleston, our school system, we have either unsatisfactory schools or schools that are really having issues. So therefore, we know what the problem is in the schools, and we're trying to solve it. And the internet is a valuable component to helping our children to aspire to become better than what they are going through right now. Yeah. So it's vital for our schools, our system, and our community, and the communities in the region to be able to get this access, and it's crucial.
And now it expired this month, so May of 2024, and we're now into the summer, right?
Yes.
So can you speak about the immediate impact that it had on especially the time of year that this program expired? What did that look like?
Well, that's exactly what you're saying earlier. It's like summertime is here. And being a former chief of police, I strategize on some of the resources and things that we need to do to prepare ourselves during certain times of the year. Kids are out of school. If they have an idle mind, then they'll be getting involved with things that they shouldn't get involved with. So if we know that as a community, as a government, and the school system, as well as the state and the federal government, then we invest in programs that would actually help these children to receive benefit of the educational process outside of school time. Just because it's summertime, that's when you really need to keep up. Because if these children can get on the internet and then can be provided information that's relative to the education, then when they go back to school after the summer break is over with, they won't be behind. And that's what I say to people. We actually working with the Charleston County School District we created a commission, myself and Superintendent Nita Huggins. That commission on North Charleston side is to actually get into these neighborhoods, into these homes, to be able to provide, programs like tutoring and mentoring programs throughout the summer. It may not be as intense as it would be during school, but that's what we need to do. The school district, government can do a whole lot, but the change will not happen unless we can get into those homes and provide an education for those children to have, not only during the school term, but really when school is out.
In addition to that, what are some of the other resources available for people who were affected by the end of this program? What is available for them right now?
Well, right now, I had a meeting with United States Representative Clyburn, and he's pushing real hard. He's been doing this for years, talking about the connectivity. We have a couple places, programs that's trying to help to keep that connection going on as well. This ACP program, it's imperative. It's not a desirable thing. It's not something you just want to have, but it's actually imperative. We need to have those programs. So I think that we need to put, as we always say, put our children's needs first.
And an organization that I think is really working to bridge that gap is the Lowcountry Digital Equity Coalition. And can you kind of speak to the role they've been playing in giving available resources and information?
Yeah, well, they actually came out and met with me and gave me a good brief on what was going on. I mean, like I said, being a former chief, I know crime stats. Now I'm being the mayor, I understand development, I understand communities. but that piece was missing. And when they told me what was going on, I was like, wow, I mean, nah, we can't have that to happen. So I just wanted to support them to support our children.
And now I'm assuming that we are working to bring back a program like the ACP. What can we do to help with that?
Well, we need to call your state representatives and call our federal representatives as well, and just really let them know that, hey, we are elected, because I was elected as well as they are, and it's the betterment of our people. This is nothing negative. We're living in that world that is electronic now. I mean, that old days, the encyclopedia, those days are kind of gone, even though we still have ours. But the way you communicate and the way you actually grab information so that once you get it, it's there. It will always be there, is through that internet. So we just need them to take a look at if we truly are going to be, and we truly believe in what we say we are, and that is looking out for our best interests, and our best interests, it starts with our children. It starts with our children.
It absolutely does.
Be our brothers and sisters keepers when we talk about, looking out for one another.
And we're actually going to throw some information up on the screen to where people can go for more information and to stay informed about the changes and available resources. Mayor Burgess, thank you so much for coming and talking to us about something so important.
No, thank you, 24, because you guys are always out trying to find a way to help people. And that's all I want to do, help folks, and you guys are doing it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mayor Burgess.
God bless.
We're back in 2 minutes. When we return, planting seeds of excitement rooted in sustainability and local produce. That's all next.
Yay, my wordle, turdy wordy. Hello, booby, booby, boo. Are you from the planet Goo Goo? Are you? Oh, my baby boy. Does that feel good on your tail?
Trying to talk to your pet in a normal voice
Oh, hello.
is hard.
Hey, I'm in a meeting. Okay. Yeah, I'll get back to you. It's a cuckoo.
Hiring Morgan & Morgan for your injury is easy.
Turtle, wordle, turtle.
Morgan & Morgan. The choice is easy.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all electric. Whether it's towing, powering up, or getting from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, what you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Get 1.9% financing for 72 months on select Ford trucks, plus take advantage of complimentary limited maintenance plan offers. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Good morning with Docalax.
Good morning. Hey. Yeah.
Try Docalax Chewy Fruit Bites for fast and gentle constipation relief in as little as 30 minutes. Making your good morning even better with Docalax.
These are our neighbors. When one of our neighbors needs help, we want to be there for them. We want everyone that comes to our office to leave satisfied. Then we know we did our job. If you are a loved one or injured in South Carolina, call us. We're those thumbs up guys.
This Memorial Day weekend, join ARS Rescue Rooter as we salute our veterans and the sacrifice they made for our country. Honor their service with family and friends in comfort by taking up to $2,024 off a qualified new HVAC system. ARS's expert technicians ensure guaranteed service, while flexible financing options make it easy to purchase. But don't miss out. This offer is valid Memorial Day weekend only. Call 843-614-3849 to schedule your appointment.
Call ARS and Rescue Rooter.
While you might think your favorite restaurant's produce comes from traditional farms, think again. King Tide Farms is revolutionizing the way fresh produce reaches our plate. And here to tell us more is the owner himself, Hamilton Horn. Hamilton, thank you so much for joining us today. And I have to ask, what sets King Tide Farms apart from traditional farms?
Well, yeah, that's a great question. First and foremost, it's hydroponics, and it's inside of a shipping container. So it's a controlled environment ag or indoor ag, as opposed to being the traditional way outside.
So hydroponic, can you explain that a little bit? What is that?
Yep, so hydroponic by definition is going to be exactly how that the plants are getting their nutrients. And so we're doing that through water, and so we're just constantly dripping water over these plants to make sure they're getting the nutrients they need.
Okay, and is this a common practice, or is this more of a new upcoming way of farming?
Yeah, we know we're definitely seeing more and more people getting in this practice and growing this way, the controlled environment ag especially. But it definitely is not going to replace traditional ag. I think it's going to be able to complement that traditional ag and alleviate some stress where they've had some problems in the past.
And now, what was your inspiration for starting this?
Yeah, born and raised here in Charleston, and I just love good food. And so when I saw some of the selections that the chefs had, and it didn't kind of match the quality of the other products they were using and what they wanted, I wanted to help them out the best I could and want to eat some good food at the same time.
Yeah. So when did this idea start? I know that this, 2 years, not even?
Yep, 2 years coming this June, but I would say probably the seed was planted maybe like 3 years ago. After Hurricane Dorian hit the Bahamas, I went down there and helped out and just kind of saw the importance of food and saw the logistics of getting food to an island like that imports 99% of their produce. And there was a lot of shipping containers around. And so just kind of knowing a little bit about this stuff and doing some research led me to this, and here we are today.
Yeah. And so the shipping container, could someone, take this up in something other than a shipping container? What's the prevalence of a shipping container?
Yeah, it's just easy to move, right? We've got them a lot around here. Throw it on the back of a truck. You can move it very quickly. They're relatively cheap in the grand scheme of things. You don't have to build a new building and things like that. And so it can kind of plop in the middle of a field and kind of plug and play. So the company that does this for me, that powers my farm, is Freight Farms out of Boston, Massachusetts. But yeah, you can put this technology in any size building that you're looking for.
And now, what are the advantages of this type of farming?
Yep. So seasons, never heard of her. We don't have any.
True.
So that's really great that we can grow this stuff year round. So if a chef is looking for an ingredient that otherwise they can't get their hands on, we can definitely help them with that. And then really working with them to do custom farming. So a lot of chefs grow with the season and then change their menus with the season here. And so what we can do is our shortened grow cycle, we can really change fast as well and keep up with that. So with a 7-week grow cycle, we can move very quickly to whatever their needs are, if a new event's coming up or something like that.
So 7-week grow cycle. So you can grow these much quicker than you would in a traditional farm landscape.
Certainly. Yeah, we're stretching our days again to about 18-hour days and really pushing it with the amount of nutrients we're giving them. And so that's going to give us the advantage to grow a lot quicker.
And now, can you tell us some of the restaurants you work with here?
Yeah, great. Yeah, so some of the people we're working with are the great chefs like 167 Raw and Bar 167, Cold Shoulder Gourmet, Rue de Jean, The Wanderer, Seabrook Island out there. And then we have some private chefs that work with us too, like Ty Coates and Ty Cook of Fiddler's Fire.
Yeah, and now this right here, can you tell me what this is? Because it looks fancy, not something you would see, at any restaurant.
Right.
What would someone use that for?
Yeah, so that's actually the borage flour that you're seeing there, and that's used in a lot of crudo dishes and cocktails. It's a nice, refreshing burst of kind of like cucumber. And what we're focused on is the size of the product and the variety of the product. So the size is going to be deemed a chef's cut size that we've made up. It's a 3-inch leaf or smaller, kind of just a more manageable product for these chefs to use and put on a plate to really tie that whole dish together. And then also the varieties, what we're doing and choosing it's what we all know and love and the chefs work with. We're just trying to find that one-off or that cool variety that can separate them, from the herd, because there are so many restaurants here.
Yeah, very true. And now, what do you see the future of this type of farming to be? I mean, is this going to become a more common practice?
Yeah, we're already seeing it here in the Charleston area. There's a couple people that are following in my footsteps and picking up the art of doing this inside and growing inside. And so with that, it'll never replace traditional ag, but it'll definitely be able to complement them and relieve some stress, mainly logistics and things like that, moving food across the nation.
Absolutely. So if our audience wants to get in touch with you and learn more about King Tide Farms, where can they go?
Yeah, just go to our website, kingtidefarmschs.com. You can follow us on Instagram at King Tide Farms, and give me a call. I'm happy to help out.
Awesome. We'll put all that information below. Hamilton, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, appreciate it.
We're back in 2 minutes.
Title Max got your money, your real money.
Get started at TitleMax.com and turn your title into real money.
I got $2,500 with TitleMax.com.
Most credit types accepted.
I got $8,700 from TitleMax.com.
All makes and models welcome. Visit TitleMax.com today to find out how much you can get and get your title back with TitleMax.
I got my title back with TitleMax.
Get your title back with TitleMax.
When your child has moderate to severe eczema, it's okay for them to show off. Show off their clearer skin and noticeably less itch with Dupixent. Because children 6 months and older with eczema have plenty of reasons to show off their skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, they can stay ahead of their eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to get out there and take on adventure in a whole new way. Start with great offers on Ford Escape, Explorer, Mustang Mach-E, and Expedition. And experience Ford Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving. Available on select vehicles. It's Ford SUV season. Let's get going. Now, for a limited time, get 1.9% financing on select Ford SUVs. Plus, take advantage of complimentary maintenance plans only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Mosquito season is ramping up, and health experts say there's plenty you can do to avoid bug bites and mosquito-borne diseases. Fox News' Ted Linner explains.
As more and more people flock outdoors to soak up the warmer weather,
I'm tired of the cold. I'm ready to just be out in the sun.
So are loads of pesky mosquitoes.
The deadliest animal on the planet is the mosquito.
But while mosquito bites can cause itchy inflammation, they can also trigger worse health problems if the insect was carrying viruses.
The mosquito is known to transmit diseases like Zika, yellow fever, chikungunya, and dengue.
Symptoms of many mosquito-borne diseases can include high fevers, head and body aches, nausea, rashes, and more. Besides wearing pants and long-sleeve shirts and not going out after dusk, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says
the easiest way to prevent being infected with a mosquito-borne disease is to wear an effective repellent when you're outdoors.
Officials recommend EPA-registered products. Adding bug sprays with DEET and picaridin can provide lasting protection.
We have not seen where mosquitoes are developing tolerance to repellents.
On a larger level, state and local officials around the country are starting to spray and set up mosquito traps. This comes as the CDC is ramping up efforts to monitor if the bloodsuckers are building up resistance to certain insecticides.
What we've done is develop tools to help detect when that resistance might be occurring, and then we can provide recommendations on when to stop using those and when to use other products.
Meanwhile, to keep pests away from your yard, get rid of any containers that can harbor standing water, the perfect mosquito breeding ground. Ted Lindner, Fox News.
After the break, 6th Congressional District candidate Joe Odo joins us with the details of his campaign. That's next.
If you've been hurt,
you know what to do.
Just call Joy.
888-8888.
Hi, it's Parker with Barrington Home Buyers. I buy houses for cash and pay you cash up front. Do you own a house that needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I love buying fix-up houses. I buy them vacant, occupied, pretty or ugly, even townhomes and commercial property. I've seen it all and bought it all. Call me now for your guaranteed offer. Remember, if you need cash fast, I'll pay you cash up front. Call 843-998-SOLD. That's 998-SOLD.
At CPI, we think outside the box. So we designed a security system that's smarter and works for you. Take Ivan, Intelligent Video Activity Notifications.
Ivan identifies and alerts you when a person, vehicle, or even animal is detected. And it's all integrated with the best security system so you can sleep at night.
Call today and get a free doorbell and outdoor camera with the purchase of CPI Security's Essentials Package.
CPI, intelligent security you can depend on.
When I was your age, we never had anything like this.
What, Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi that works all over the house, even the basement.
The basement? So I can finally throw that party and invite Shannon Barnes.
Dreams do come true. That's wall-to-wall Wi-Fi with Xfinity. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $35 a month for 12 months and get free Wi-Fi equipment included. Or ask how to save $1,000 over T-Mobile in your first year when you add mobile. Switch today.
You chose to ignore the safety belt law. This is the next 60 minutes of your life. South Carolina's roads can be highways or dieways. The choice is yours.
The only live local newscast from 7 to 9 a.m. Fox 24 Morning News.
Well, we've seen all the ads for South Carolina's 1st congressional district, currently represented by Nancy Mace. But there's another seat up for grabs, currently held by former Majority Whip and proclaimed kingmaker James Clyburn. Well, let's welcome Joe Odo, 6th congressional district candidate representing the Alliance Party of South Carolina. It's good to have you join us.
Thanks. I appreciate the opportunity.
So Congressman Clyburn is looking to secure a 17th term in Washington. What do you bring to the table that would make constituents vote another way?
Well, our alliance movement has a term limit, voluntary, that 12 years. We step out. So if this gentleman would have honored something like that, we would have had 3 different representatives in this district by now. And that would have allowed more proactive governance. I think right now they have an institutional stagnation that's seeping in and not letting them get anything done up there. And he's the face of the problem. So.
Tell us what the Alliance Party is all about. Now, you say that you'd want to enact term limits. That's one of the pillars of the Alliance Party, but give us a little bit more.
Well, we are citizen legislators. That's what we believe in. We're here to serve. We're not here to fill our pockets up and stay forever. We are forming alliances with other independent, like-minded candidates around the country who want to be honorable citizen legislators. And if we could come up with 6 to 8, we could change the fate of what's going on in Congress right now. 6 to 8 of us, as a fulcrum, as a coalition, would bring the other 2 sides together, and because they would need our vote. So then they'd say, oh, okay, I guess we do have to negotiate on these dozen appropriations bills that we never pass every year. We need to pass these bills. These are must-pass bills. We can't continue to operate on continuing resolutions. This is embarrassing to the way that they operate in Washington, and it's costing the taxpayers dearly. It's driving up the debt. So the Alliance is a nucleus of numerous candidates like myself. We have one other, Mike Biedenball, running here in South Carolina, upstate. And we have dozens of others that we're reaching out to form this coalition. It's all it would take, 6 to 8, to change the fate.
And you also say you want to replace Columbus Day with Election Day as a holiday, have instant runoffs, allow citizen lobbying. I'm sure, especially the latter, a lot of people would agree with that. But you founded a number of political advocacy organizations, and they vary wildly. So don't voters typically want a candidate that picks a lane and sticks to it?
Well, that's just it. I'm working with Better Ballot in South Carolina now. We have a bill that we got sponsored for instant runoff voting that allows the municipalities to choose the way they conduct their election. That's all. If a municipality wants to run an instant runoff, what will happen, people will go in, if they have 5 choices, they rank them 1 through 5, and then they count the votes until somebody gets a majority. In other words, the 5th one would drop off, they count the 2 votes. So that would save the state a ton of money on runoff elections, and it would allow more people to participate. You'll have a lot less negative campaigning. So that's just one of the many advocacy things that we've worked on over the years. Yeah, Election Day, I mean, what's Columbus Day? That's a smack in the face to indigenous people. So why not change Election Day into a holiday replacing Columbus Day? It makes perfect sense.
You also say, and you also say same-day voting, but there's a bit of an issue with that. Opponents would say that same-day voting, we're talking 2 different things now, but same-day voting, for instance, you're pro, but opponents say that that could potentially lead to uninformed votes being cast.
Well, that's up to the citizens whether they want to be informed or not. There's a bigger issue of civic informant, But what we talk about is not same-day voting. It's same-day voter registration. That means if people show up at the right polling place with proper ID on Election Day, that gives everyone a chance to vote. People will have the right to vote, whether they're informed or not.
Right. Now, this is your 5th stab at securing an election. Have you ever filled a public office before?
well, president of student government in college doesn't count. But I can tell you this, it's an honor to serve in this way. And I do it so that more citizens will step up and do it. See, it's kind of silly for someone like me to do this again and again, but there's the biggest voting bloc right now in the country is Generation Z. And we only have one elected member, while they represent about, I mean, if we had a representative number of those folks in Congress, there'd be 60 of them. So they're the ones that need to step up. And that's why I lead by example and say, look, I can do this, so can you.
Well, if anybody wants to support your campaign, we're going to put your information up on the screen. Joe, thank you so much for joining us.
I appreciate that. This is a great opportunity.
We're back in 2 minutes.
31 years old. That's the age my grandmother died from a backroom abortion in pre-Roe v. Wade America. I'm Mac DeFord, Citadel graduate, veteran, and son of a mother whose family was torn apart by dangerous laws we thought were behind us. But radical politicians have brought them back, putting lives and freedoms at risk. My name is Mac DeFord. I approve this message because abortion bans were wrong 60 years ago, and they are still wrong today.
This Memorial Day weekend, join ARS Rescue Rooter as we salute our veterans and the sacrifice they made for our country. Honor their service with family and friends in comfort by taking up to $2,024 off a qualified new HVAC system. ARS's expert technicians ensure guaranteed service, while flexible financing options make it easy to purchase. But don't miss out. This offer is valid Memorial Day weekend only. Call 843-614-3849 to schedule your appointment.
Call ARS and Rescue Rooter.
Make this year the best year ever by visiting Jones Ford. Whether you are looking for a new Ford F-150, Bronco, or Mustang, Jones Ford is your first stop for the best selection, service, and value. Looking for convenience from our award-winning service department? Jones Ford is now offering pickup and delivery. Jones Ford's truck shop is the go-to shop for all your needs. Browse our inventory online or visit us today. Great inventory, huge savings. Visit jonesford.com today.
My psoriasis was all over.
Then psoriatic arthritis. Who knew they could be connected? For me, Cosentix works on both.
Cosentix helps real people find clear skin, and in psoriatic arthritis can mean less joint pain and help stop further joint damage. Serious allergic reactions, severe skin reactions that look like eczema, and an increased risk of infections, some fatal, have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen.
That's going to do it for us today, folks. We want to thank you all for watching and the great guests for joining us. We look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.
Nancy Mace voted against funding the border wall, sided with the squad to halt the pay of border agents. As the Biden border crisis was erupting, Mace even attacked a conservative bill to secure our border.
But only focusing on border security, we're ignoring other issues that are out there. The left has certain needs that they want met.
That's the real Nancy Mace. South Carolina Patriots PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Lowercase b. Oh. Use a strong password.
Trying to remember a strong password is hard. Hiring Morgan & Morgan for your injury is easy.
Too many attempts.
Morgan & Morgan. The choice is easy.